I vaguely remember it crossing my mind in my late teens. I'm not sure why. What I do remember better is a later occasion in 2011, after showing Majora's Mask to a friend who had become engrossed with the series. I thought about the Zelda 25th Anniversary Orchestra which was playing everywhere then, and wondered, why not? The opera has the typical metered singing, recitatives, Sprechgesang, dialogues, and dance. The relative percentage of each varies from act to act. Whether it is a Gesamtkunstwerk will probably depend on who you ask. Considering the literal meaning of the term is total or universal work of art, I would personally be more inclined to consider something like cinema or video games as such a thing. Don't forget that when that term became relevant, we were still in the 19th century, and nothing had the capacity to consolidate several forms of art as well as stage works. I think we've come a long way. The common element to every Zelda game is Link, which is why I consider the series' main theme to be in essence his leitmotif, in other words, the theme that represents him. Thus, much like that theme will not be present, neither will ocarinas. The reason for this is clear. Link's absence from the opera demands no reference at all to his existence. In Majora's Mask, the ocarina is, more than anything else, Link's instrument. Circumstance. It just so happened that the giant was recorded after the revisions to the libretto had been made. The mayor's fugato, for example, won't have all the changes included, simply because some of the singers for it had been recorded before the libretto was revised. Whereas the draft of the libretto had the giant merely expounding on their past with Skull Kid, the revision has him call out for his brothers and lament their fate, leading to reminiscence and unrest. It is no longer a description, but an attempt at communication. This change happened because having the giant merely exposit seemed insufficient and weak. Although opera in general frequently uses soliloquy as part of the genre's way of describing undepicted events, like thoughts, past events, or present events that aren't shown, I wanted to minimize it within reason. Having the giant address his trapped brothers was the solution, which changes the tone of the entire aria. There's a reason it was renamed to Lament. Having this in mind, there is a difference between reminding a peer of known events and expositing them in general. The word "so" implies justification. He did this, so we did that, while "and" simply adds a new fact to the timeline. Justification is unnecessary before peers who not only know the story, they were there.